All right, so today we have a situation. I broke the Time Master last week. I'm pretty sure I know what is going on. There's, I don't remember if there's one or two. There's idler pulleys under there that I read are notorious for going out. I think I lost one. But today we're going to take it apart, confirm, get parts ordered, and then go from there because I need this machine running. So we'll get some tools together and get on it. Hopefully I can get it done with this little Husky tool set. So I know there's zero chance to fix it today, but I'm just trying to see if I can figure out what the problem is. That's the number one goal. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I can't just go randomly buying parts. I think it's a 10 millimeter. I think. I suppose I could go randomly buying parts, but that would be a waste. I have had this cover off far more times than I care to admit. I should have let me put something behind the wheels so it quits rolling. There we go. One more. Can I see it? There it is. So yeah, normally I would turn it on for you and show you exactly what it's doing, but it's a very obnoxious sound, and it's still early in the morning, so I don't want to make all kinds of racket, make my neighbors hate me even more. Scoot you guys over there. Can you still see? Of course you can. You could probably see better than me. I'm so conflicted. We're under the crepe myrtle tree right now, and just the ants and aphids and bugs, I don't know. I like the tree, but I'm probably going to cut it. Well, I've already cut it down. It's more like a bush now. You guys have seen it. Probably going to get rid of it, though, altogether. All right, get my cheap Chinese hour meter wires out of the way. And we get our first look at the carnage. Oh, 100%. Look at that. It's melted. That is just melted. All right, well. We know what it was now. Trying to remember how to loosen all this up. I think let's loosen that guy. What size do you think that is? Let's go with a 14. That's too big. 12 it is. Yes, it is 12. Going to see if I can't loosen this guy a little bit. Oh, I got to put a wrench on that other side. I do not like this Husky tool set. I mean, I guess it'll pull you out of a bind, but it was in the van when I got it. Wow, that tensioner doesn't even want to move. Is it all over the back already? Let me get something to pry with. Or can I use this Husky wrench? My God. Nope, something bigger. All right, got the pry bar. I guess I may as well buy both pulleys, right? Changing one seems anti-productive. Good Lord. Oh my God, I'm dumb. There's like a set bolt in there I just saw. Yeah, that thing's, I'm glad I didn't really put a lot of force on it. Watch, we'll loosen this and you don't even need a pry bar. I don't feel like it's turning. I mean, it's turning, but there must be a nut on the bottom. Maybe. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, so much better. So much better. Now you guys can see the carnage. Look at that. That is just melted. Yeah, why that happened, I haven't a clue. But it happened. So what now? You know, oddly, oh, I see where the bearing seized up. If that's even a bearing. See, I have to look into it. I don't know if this should be a bearing. I mean, there's no way that, oh yeah, it's because it's wiggling back. So the bearing seized up in the pulley, so, okay. I will get a couple pulleys on order. We'll replace both of them. I wonder if I should get a new belt too. Since the belt, I mean, oh, I just screwed up the timing. That's okay, I could fix that. I'll just retime that. I know I had to retime them when I put the new belt on anyway. The belt looks good. It's just a pulley. Yeah, see, look how good. That other one spins great. But I'm going to replace them both. That's the right way to do it. And I think somebody said to use the Turf Master. The Time Master is the residential version of the machine, and the Turf Master is the commercial version. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere to use the Turf Master pulleys because they're a lot, well, they're commercial grade. They'll last a lot longer, so that is what I intend to do. And I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to. Hang on, I'm getting these bolts out of here, and I don't want to lose them. I haven't decided if I'm gonna just upload this and then make a separate one, or just save this until I get the pulleys. I'll probably just save this until I get the pulleys. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So when we come back, through the magic of the internet, we will have parts and we'll put them on. I just cannot get over how melted that thing is. So I got the two ordered. I ordered them next day shipping. It was $67.37, something like that. They were just shy of $15 each for the pulleys. I did not get the Turf Master pulleys. I just got these ones. The more I thought about it, they've lasted so long. I'm not too worried about it. And that one there, I'm going to take off and keep as a spare. And yeah, that way I've got one sitting on the shelf that works. But I ordered them next day. They're not going to ship today or tomorrow, so they'll ship Monday and I'll have them Tuesday. Then I'll get them put on because I need this Friday for sure. I need this machine. So there it is. Off to the next job for now. See you Tuesday when we put it back together. All right, we got our parts. We're in a different spot on a different day. I'm going to show you the difference in these parts. It's rather interesting, but I spoke with a couple people who are using these new ones and say they work just wonderfully. So here's the old one. It's got like that nylon coated 3-piece pulley, and here's the new one. No coating, one piece. So I'm going to put them on and see how they work. One thing to keep in mind, we'll check this right now, is your blade alignment. That is critical to not explode your machine. I'll see if I can show you guys how to do this. So when you engage your blades, this is what you want. See, we're off a little bit. So we want to be straight across and straight up and down. So to fix this, we're going to pull the belt off this one pulley. It doesn't want to cooperate when it's laying on its side. There we go. Good Lord, it still doesn't want to come off there. There we go. Okay, so this blade, straight up and down. This one, straight across. Now we get our belt on, trying to not turn that blade much as we can. I mean, it's gonna be off a teeny bit, I think, but that's good right there. Now this belt's gonna go on that side. There you go, look at that. So now what happens when we turn, I gotta try to hold tension on the belt while I do this. Our blades are not going to be hitting each other. You see what I'm saying? See? Straight across, straight up and down. If you don't have it like that, then the blades, when they start spinning, they're going to hit each other. And that will cause a rapid, unscheduled disassembly of your machine. Or at least destroy your blades. One or the other. Alright, straighten this out a little bit. And I know there's an easy way to tell with the, I should have looked while I was down there, but there's holes in these top pulleys that will help you achieve the same goal. So in this circumstance, the new bearings come with new spacers, so we don't have to even use that guy. And essentially, it's just going to go on like so. And then we're going to tighten the bolt. Before we get super carried away though, we're going to pull off the other one. Interestingly, I don't remember when this machine was new, but this other one has a little dust cap on it. The one that failed did not. So I wonder if that had anything to do with the failure. Just getting too much dirt and water and stuff in the bearing. I mean, makes sense. Well, I guess if it's a sealed bearing, it should not have done that. I don't remember what size this was. Can we get in here? So the reason, oh my goodness. Oh, that one, these threads don't feel good. We might have a whole nother problem. That does not feel good. I wonder if I have to remove the entire tensioner. I bet I do. We might not be replacing this one right now. Well, darn. This is not acceptable. Not acceptable. Let me get on the other side here. You guys aren't going to be able to see very much, but I'm going to... I think I'm going to remove this entire tensioner because I want that pulley replaced. I don't want to just willy-nilly replace one and then a week later have the other one go out. That'd ruin my day. At least to get the tensioner out. Making sure to keep everything where it goes. Look how rusty that spring is. I should probably have replaced that as well, but I didn't. Okay, what's going on here? We got something else back there, another bolt. I believe we do. All right. Is that going to be in our way? Yes, it is. So behind this pulley is another bolt, just like the one we took out of the front. Which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out like this. Well, this just got interesting. How are we going to do this? Okay, first of all, let's get the tension off this belt. We're just going to remove this pulley that we just put on. Can we see far enough under there to see if that bolt's just turning? I am going to there we go. Just get this guy out of the way. We can figure it out later. I don't think that, what in the world? I don't think there's a bolt under there, or a nut. I think it's just that corroded. Maybe. Maybe? It's curious because I don't feel any nut or anything underneath there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, maybe I do. Yes, and it's turning, okay. What to do now? Now we're kind of committed. But I can't get that out. What I need is like a universal maybe, because I don't think there's gonna... No. There's nowhere on this planet that's gonna work the way I want. Let me see if I have a 13 millimeter gear wrench. This might do it. Again, I'm gonna be in the way, sorry. The weird thing is, it's like one click on the gear wrench each time. It's so frustrating. It's gonna take all morning to get this one bolt out. And then somebody's gonna watch this and they're gonna leave a comment and say, oh, why didn't you just do this? And I go, oh, of course. All right. You don't want to watch this. I'm going to get this bolt out. We'll be back. Whew, well, what a pain in the rear that was. It's out. This pulley, I mean, it might be a little crunchy. I'm going to check that, and I might hang on to it. So I was able to loosen the bolt in the back enough to get underneath here, to get a wrench underneath there and get it loose. Now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to tighten that back down. I'm going to try to before I put everything back together, because I can actually get a wrench in here, especially since I have a plan now. I know I'm in the way, you guys aren't seeing much, but you got the gist of it. And if I was a good equipment owner and taking care of my stuff, this would not be an issue. Alright, we could still get up under there because we got to hold the nut. This is a pain. I wish I didn't need this machine for work tomorrow, but I do. Alright, so that goes on there like so. We're gonna try as we might to get that down there. And then just get it started. Oh, that's the first thing that's worked easily today. Now we'll get this gear wrench under there. All right, we're golden. I'm so glad I was able to get that off, because I did not want to go through all of this and only be able to change the one pulley. That would have stunk. So interestingly, these pulleys, I bought them direct from Toro. They were, I think they were like $14 each. I ended up paying almost $100 after tax, and I knew I needed them tomorrow, so I paid for next day delivery. I think I said that earlier, a few days ago when we took this all apart. Of course, in my lack of attention, I paid for next day delivery on a Saturday, and they didn't even ship till Monday. So, a lot of good that did me. All right. Alright, so all you have to do is loosen that back bolt enough to lift the tensioner. So that's good to know. Now we can get back in there and tighten her back up. Because they do not give you a lot of room to work in here. That's one of the worst things, or really the only bad thing about this mower, is you just cannot work on it. Unless you got Chinese hands, I guess. Where'd my other, oh, there it goes. Okay, whew, don't lose bolts. This guy tightened down. Where's my air ratchet when I need it? So here's a really good way to look at your belts. There's a, come on belt, go backwards. Don't fight with me here. I gotta go all the way around. There's a mark on the pulley. There's a hole, and it points the direction of the blade basically. So on this side, we're gonna go all the way around. Did you hear the blades hit right there? We're going to go all the way around till we see the hole, and I'm looking through the holes in this pulley. So now I see this hole's pointed forward, and now I'm going to make this hole point sideways, and you're good to go. That's all there is to it. And we're going to get this belt on before we get the final pulley on, so that way we're not having to fight with it. Because it seems like everything with this machine is a fight. All right, we got to turn this a little bit. I understand the usefulness of these timing belts, but it doesn't mean I like them. I'm about to pull this belt back off again because it is not, something's not, oh, there we go, okay. Just not wanting to cooperate. I cannot wait for someone to say, well, why don't you just do it this way? and you know what, you'll be precisely correct. I'm sure there's a million better ways to do it. All right, looks like our timing marks are still good. Timing marks don't really matter anymore now, or we don't have to be careful with them because we, can I put this, no, so this little seal is not going to go fit back on now with these new pulleys. Now that everything's aligned and the timing belt's on, the timing mark doesn't really matter, or we don't have to really pay attention to it like we did before. Now we just need to get our belt tensioner tightened up. And you know what, as far as belt tension, whatever. I mean, you don't torque it down, you just get it till it's tight. It's a timing belt. It's not gonna, you know, the tension of the belt, it's not gonna slip or anything, but you just want to make sure that it's not going to jump a tooth. I mean, it's got to be tight enough, but you don't need to crank it down. And there's a rule, let me bring you over here so I can show you. So I don't remember what it is, but there's a rule with like this little spring here on checking the gap to see how tight your belt is, but I'll be honest, I've never listened to that. I've always just made it tight enough, and maybe that's why my pulley went out, but I doubt it. I've read horror stories about these machines and their pulleys that they come with. Come on, get off there. like it maybe a little more tighter than that. That looks good. All right, now we do the old spin test. Blades aren't hitting nothing. Now we wait a couple hours until it gets a little bit later in the day. Then we start it up and test it before we put this top cover back on. All right, this is going to be the test. I don't know what's going to happen because I've never replaced these pulleys before. You're probably not going to be able to hear me, but here we go. Looks like they're spinning backwards a little bit. You see that? All right, well, oh, that's hot. Wow, did they really run that hot? How about this one? I wonder if I don't have the belt a little bit too tight. This belt might be a little too tight. I think I'll make an adjustment there. At least that's an easy adjustment. Now the question is, do I leave the little decorative cover off? It seems to be, it would be easier to clean, or to make sure I keep clean. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you think I should leave it off or keep it on. Okay, we can't get much looser than that. In fact, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, that gets hot though. It's got me kind of wondering a little bit. That's really loose now. Yeah, I could spin the pulleys inside the belt, so let's see how that runs. I don't really like that belt's flopping around too much. Like I said, there's actually like a service bulletin on how to adjust this belt. I should probably read that. What I should probably do too is get a new belt, because this one got damaged a little bit during the failure. Oh, that bugger just gets hot though. I think I'll leave the cover off for now. Like I said, leave a comment, let me know how you feel about leaving that cover off. And yeah, this thing's ready to go for tomorrow at least.